For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check out g2a.com, and if you need any Ultimate Team coins, then head over to FIFA. The code CHES will get you a discount on both sites, and all links are down below. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 12 of the Liverpool career mode here on FIFA 15. Apologies if you've already seen this video so far today. Apparently genuinely, the video that I uploaded at 1 PM, the audio cut out at about 2.5 minutes, unfortunately. I hadn't noticed up until the point when it went live and everybody was telling me in the comment section, so I do apologise for that. I've deleted that video. I'm going to redo the commentary this afternoon and render it out and try and get it up as soon as I physically can, so that you guys aren't too affected by the mess up. I watched the beginning of the video back when I uploaded it, and obviously because the audio was there for the first 2.5 minutes, I thought it was fine. Turns out it wasn't, so perhaps I need to check more thoroughly next time. But as you can see, unfortunately, we've gone behind here after 18 minutes against Crystal Palace. That initial shot was headed towards the far bottom corner, but as you can see there, it hits Lovren in the chest. Actually angled down towards the bottom right corner instead, which meant that Perrin had already set his feet to dive left. The ball deflected right, and he couldn't get anywhere near it, unfortunately. Then Wilfried Zaha dances inside the box, and then we find ourselves 2-0 down inside 24 minutes. I was a little bit disconcerted by that. I thought, oh, okay, so we've been fine in the game so far, and then out of nowhere, Palace scored 2 goals. Right, well, let's get ourselves back in it then, shall we? Daniel Sturridge fires just wide there a couple of minutes after we initially went 2-0 behind. Then we're into the second half, and Rich Chan gets the turn inside here. 2 glorious opportunities with the Studge one and this one to get ourselves back level, but both shots drift wide of the post, and Palace, are obviously, after going 2-0 up, as you may be able to well understand, went on to park the bus, and I just could not break them down. So we start with a disappointing defeat away at Crystal Palace, unfortunately, but the second game of the episode is one that hopefully will do a little bit better in it. Standard Liège away in the Champions League. Now the situation in the group right now is that we currently sit second, but Liège sit third, just a point behind us. They've already beaten Real Madrid in their first game in the Champions League group, so we know that they're a decent side. We drew with them earlier on in the Champions League group stage at Anfield, in fact, so we definitely know that they're a competent side and are definitely going to be a tough test for us, and obviously with them playing at home it's only going to be even harder. So on the back of that Crystal Palace game, wasn't overly confident going into this one, to be completely honest. Starting at full strength, starting 11, and everybody is in there. Sterling and Costa, though, have swapped wings. I'll put Sterling and Costa on opposite sides so that Costa can cut in on his left, Sterling could cut in on his right, and hopefully that would narrow the game down and they would be able to create some extra chances. In fact, we did do just that in the opening 5 minutes. Sterling cutting in from that left-hand side to draw a good save out of the goalkeeper. But we're 15-16 minutes in now. The clearance from Mignolet isn't quite where I wanted it to go, and Desart is just going to absolutely ping one into the top right-hand corner. No goalkeeper would have gotten anywhere near that. That was an absolutely incredible strike from him, and we find ourselves 1-0 down after 15 minutes, around about the same time that Palace scored their first. And I thought to myself, no, I'm not having it. It's not going to happen again. We're not going to concede 2 quick goals and find ourselves on the back of a park the bus display from the opposition yet again away from home. But rather than Palace score a goal at the other end to make it 2-0, we made it 1-1 this time around. Daniel Sturridge with a really good header after Sterling's good work down the left-hand side, whips the ball in, a free header for Studge, and he makes it 1-1. But a few minutes later he's going to have another chance, does really well to get the opportunity in the first place on a solo run, but then kind of scuffs the shot with his right foot as we had that shot there, and unfortunately it just was too tame for the goalkeeper. But even when I did get the ball powerfully into the bottom corner, Kawashima was going to come up trunks with good saves like he did right there to deny Felipe Coutinho, and we're almost at half-time now, in first half stoppage time. Then the cut inside here, De Camargo with the most incredible cross to the far post, a diving header from his teammate at the back post, and we find ourselves 2-1 down in stoppage time. Not keen, absolutely not keen, but 2 world-class goals from them. The first finish and then that ball across for the second one was incredible. And again, I find the bottom corner with the shot, but Kawashima somehow manages to just throw both feet at it and keep it out. So we're into the second half now, trying to get ourselves back level. Coutinho's going to play a great ball through here. Unfortunately, it's cut out, but it's only knocked back as far as Stevie D, who finds Henderson, threads it through to Studs. I think he was offside there at first glance, but the linesman gave him on. We scored to bring it back level to 2-2, and unfortunately that was how the game was going to end. So our Champions League future goes down to the final game, which I think is in tomorrow's episode, although I haven't as of yet edited it and commentated it. But the second game of the group stage against Real Madrid is upcoming. So a defeat and a draw so far, but steadily improving throughout the episode. So surely by that stretch we should be getting a win at home against Stoke. Although Stoke are actually higher than us in the table right now. They're having a great start to this season, currently sit 4th. We've had an indifferent start to this season. We haven't lost a lot of games. We just keep drawing, but we have been able to string together a couple of wins in previous recent games. So I was hoping that in the Premier League we'd be able to get back to form after that disappointing defeat against Crystal Palace away from home. Of course, that was the same fixture that cost Liverpool dear last year as well, when they drew 3-3 after being 3-1 up. So it's definitely almost, well, maybe it's perhaps a bogey ground for Liverpool FC, because clearly I don't do very well at Selhurst Park either. But Adam Lallana comes so close to giving us a stunning lead in the opening few minutes here against Stoke. I was just hoping that we could get past the 15 to 20 minute mark without conceding, and as you can see we're at that mark now, but it's us that's on the attack. Alberto Moreno stands the ball up. Studs probably should have volleyed that, went for the diving header, and it was a good save by Thomas Sorensen, who, with the rise and rise of Asmir Begovic, hasn't seen that much football at all at Stoke the past few years, but he is still a very good goalkeeper. But Lallana sets up Henderson, and there's nothing the goalkeeper can do about that particular shot, and after 30 minutes, we find ourselves 1-0 up. We've been 2-0 down and at 1-1 at this stage in previous games, but now we find ourselves in front. We're into the second half. Adam Lallana brings that down really well, turns inside, and it's a simple task of just finessing the ball into the far bottom corner. That gives us a 2-0 lead in the 65th minute, and finally we find ourselves actually getting the goals to go along with a decent display, and it does look like we're going to get all 3 points from this one. We've got a free kick here late on though. Danilo into Joe Allen, decided to try something from the training ground, perhaps by taking it short rather than lofting it into the box. As you can see, we are in second half rather stoppage time right now. Douglas Costa puts in a great ball to the back post, and Markovic beats the goalkeeper to it. Sorensen in absolute no man's land, couldn't decide whether he wanted to come for that or stay in his line and wait for the initial shot. Decided to come, didn't get there. Markovic was free at the back post. That made it 3, and it gave us a comfortable win with a 3-0 victory final scoreline, and of course 3 points as well. Unfortunately though, Jordan Henderson picked up an injury in that Stoke game, and he is going to be out for 3 weeks, so hopefully that won't cost us too dear. Although the first game of the episode tomorrow, which will of course be the first episode of the new year, will be against Manchester United away from home in the Capital One Cup quarter-final. So you can't really get much bigger than that for Liverpool, unless it's obviously a higher round in the cup. But still, as an opposition, Man United away as the first game of 2015 on the channel, it's probably going to be an absolute cracker. I hope it's going to be an absolute cracker. So fingers crossed we can get a good result in that one. We're up to 7th. We are moving on up the table right now. We just can't, if we'd beaten Palace, but you can see Palace are up there as well. So many teams are having great seasons so far. Manchester City are down in 10th. Arsenal are in 14th. So to find ourselves in 7th after 13 games actually doesn't seem to be that bad a result so far. Still got, obviously, 25 games to go this season, so plenty of time to get ourselves into those top 4 places. And you would have thought Aston Villa, Stoke and Palace would drop off in form and drop below where we are right now. And obviously, as you can see, our goal difference is better than those 3 as well. So we're only 4 points behind Villa in 4th, and hopefully we can close that gap in the next episode or 2. But that will bring today's episode to a close. Again, apologies that it's a little bit late and I had to re-upload and redo the commentary, so I'm not sure whether the visual quality of the episode has been affected. If it has, again, I do apologise. But feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook. There'll be links in the description down below to all of those social media platforms. And follow me on Twitch as well. We hit 1,000 followers on Twitch yesterday after just 3 streams, so thank you for all of the support on the Twitch channel so far. Probably won't be streaming tonight, although I won't guarantee anything. I might do if I've got some spare time, but of course with it being New Year's Eve there are other plans, etc., so I might not be able to, but we'll see what happens. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch and you'll be able to stay bang up to date with everything that happens with me. But that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Again, apologies about the re-upload a little bit later on, and we'll have a career mode Road to Glory episode later on tonight.